What's going on, vibers? It's your boy J.S. Vaughn. And guess what, y'all? We back with another one. Today's track is called Dance with the Devil by your boy Immortal Technique. You know what I mean? Let's jump right into it, yo. Let's go.
Once knew a nigga whose real name was William. His primary concern was making a million, being the illest hustler that the
William, making a million, the illest hustler alive. Okay, I like where this is going. So, storytelling time.
nigga whose real name was William. His primary concern was making a million, being the illest hustler that the world ever seen. He used to fuck movie stars and sniff coke in his dreams.
He said he used to fuck movie stars and sniff coke in his dreams. Okay. You setting a good storyline right here.
He used to fuck movie stars and sniff coke in his dreams. A corrupted young mind at the age of 13. Nigga never had a father and his mom was a fiend. She put the pipe down, but for every year she was sober, her son's heart simultaneously grew colder. He started hanging out, selling bags in the projects, checking the young chicks, looking for hit and run prospects. He was fascinated.
So basically, he's just basically saying like the average life of a kid in the hood and whatnot. You know what I mean? And how he's striving and he's pushing through all the obstacles and shit, trying to make it and shit. You know what I mean? But at the same token, man, that's the elements got him doing some crazy shit. You know what I mean?
Every year she was sober, her son's heart simultaneously grew colder. He started hanging out, selling bags in the projects, checking the young chicks, looking for hit and run prospects. He was fascinated by material objects, but he understood money never brought respect. He built a...
I like that, man. He understood money never brought respect. That's a fact, man. Money doesn't bring respect, man. You know what I mean? No matter how much money you got, man, that shit's never gonna buy you the respect. You know what I mean? That's something that you gotta. That's something that you gotta earn. You know what I mean?
By material objects, but he understood money never brought respect. He built a reputation because he could hustle and steal, but got locked once and didn't hesitate to squeal. So criminals he chilled with didn't think he was...
Oh, he said he got locked up, but didn't. And basically, he didn't double. Hold up, what the fuck? Basically, he snitched. You know what I mean? Let me rewind that again. But he didn't think twice to snitch.
But he understood money never brought respect. He built a reputation because he could hustle and steal, but got locked once and didn't hesitate to squeal. So criminals he chilled with didn't think he was real. You see, me and niggas like this have never been equal. I don't project my insecurity.
He said that, yo, yeah, okay. So they basically, he wasn't well respected by his fucking friends and shit. They always kept a third eye around him because they knew exactly what the fuck that motherfucker was about.
So criminals he chilled with didn't think he was real. You see, me and niggas like this have never been equal. I don't project my insecurities on other people. He fiended for props like addicts with pipes and needles, and so he felt he had to prove to everyone he was evil. A feeble-minded young man with infinite potential, the product of a ghetto-bred capitalistic mental. Coincidentally, dropped out of school to sell weed, dancing with the devil, smoked until his eyes would bleed. But he was sick of selling trees and gave in to his greed. Trying to be trife, never face the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil.
There's always that. Ask a nigga that's doing life if he would do it again. But you always have the wicked ones that knew in advance. You know what I mean? Meaning like on some real shit. There's motherfuckers that do shit way before they even they know they're gonna get locked up, but they do that shit anyways, you know what I mean? And then you have the motherfuckers doing life and whatnot, and if you ask them again, would you do it again? Or everybody gonna say nah, because the life that they spending and whatnot. But if you put them people in a freaking kind of predicament all over again, they probably do the same shit all over again, because the devil knocking on your fucking door, you know what I mean?
If he had another chance, but then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot.
You hear that shit, yo? That was the illest shit I just heard. Well, I've heard that statement before, but that's ill. Hold up.
Devil on a cold cell block, but that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top.
Devils used to be God, angels dropped from the heavens above. What? That's bars right there, yo.
Angels that fell from the top. There's no
that fell from the top.
Diversity because we're burning in the melting pot.
For diversity when you melting in a burning melting pot. Damn, man, the melting pot of New York City, son. Shit.
So Billy started robbing niggas, anything he could do to get his respect back in the eyes of his crew. Starting fights over little shit up on the block. Stepped up to selling mothers and brothers to crack rock. Working overtime, making money for the crack spot. Hit the jackpot and wanted to move up to cocaine. Fulfilling the Scarface fantasy stuck in his brain. Tired of the block niggas treating him the same. He wanted to be major like the cutthroats and the thugs. But when he tried to step to him, niggas showed him no love. They told him any motherfucking coward can sell drugs. Any bitch nigga with a gun can bust slugs.
He said, yo, any coward ass motherfucker can sell drugs. Any bitch ass nigga could freaking. I mean, this is bars.
Any bitch nigga with a gun can bust slugs.
Any bitch nigga with a gun could bust slugs. Facts, man. Facts, yo.
Any nigga with a red shirt can front like a blood. Even Puffy smoked the motherfucker up in the club. But only a real thug can stab someone till they die. Standing in front of them, staring straight into their eyes.
Yo, that's G'd up, man. He said only a real nigga could stab somebody and wait till he dies. You know what I mean? Like on some real shit. I'm gonna stab you up and shit. I'm gonna stand right in front of you and wait till you die. You know what I mean? That's a impersonation. That's a mental of a real. I wouldn't call that a real person, but that's real with his shit. You know what I mean? That's what a gangster. That's the closest to a real gangster that you can get. You know what I mean? He likes the freaking the. Let me keep on going, man. I just like that bar.
Someone till they die, standing in front of them, staring straight into their eyes. Billy realized that these men were well guarded, and they wanted to test him before business started. Suggested raping a bitch to prove he was cold-hearted. So now he had a choice between going back to his life or making money with made men. Up in the sight, his dreams about cars and ice made him agree. A hardcore nigga is all he ever wanted to be, and so he met them Friday night at 2:45.
Something gonna happen to Billy, son. Something gonna happen. I already hear this shit, man. This shit right here is mad deep. I know something about to happen to that man right there, son. For real, for real.
Everyone trying to be trife, never face the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. They drove around the project slow while it was raining, smoking blunts, drinking, and joking for entertainment, until they saw a woman on the street walking alone, 3 in the morning, coming back from work on the way home. And so they quietly got out the car and followed her. Walking through the projects, the darkness swallowed her. They wrapped her shirt around their head and knocked her onto the floor. This is it, from work on the way home. And so they quietly got out the car and followed her. Walking through the projects, the darkness swallowed her. They wrapped her shirt around their head.
Darkness swallow her, you know what I mean?
And knocked her onto the floor.
The way that he explained it is like, yo, let me rewind a little bit further back, yo. That was ill.
Coming back from work on the way home, and so they quietly got out the car and followed her.
He said, yo, they quietly got out the car and followed her.
Walking through the projects, the darkness swallowed her.
walking through the projects, the darkness swallowed her. You know what I mean? So basically, she was stuck in the middle of all these goon ass motherfuckers and shit.
They wrapped her shirt around her head and knocked her onto the floor. This is it, kid. Now you got your chance to be raw. So Billy yoked her up and grabbed the chick by the hair and dragged her into a lobby that had nobody there. She struggled hard, but they forced her to go up the stairs. They got to the roof and then held her down on the ground.
This is like some freaking initiation of becoming a fucking goon type nigga and shit, you know?
Screaming, shut the fuck up and stop moving around. The shirt covered her face, but she screamed and clawed. So Billy stomped on the bitch till he broke in her jaw. Them dirty bastards knew exactly what they were doing. They kicked her until they cracked her ribs and she stopped moving. Blood leaking through the cloth, she cried silently.
I don't know, man. The way they telling this freaking story, man, that shit is probably like Billy's mom or fucking mom or his sister, is somebody that he related to him, you know what I mean? It always has like that freaking aha moment at the fucking end. I'm feeling it's probably gonna be like something like that, you know what I mean?
And then they all proceeded to rape her violently. Billy was made to go first, but each of them took a turn, ripping her up and choking her until her throat burned. A broken
that's not the situation, because I wouldn't. No.
Jaw mumbled for God, but they weren't concerned. When they were done and she was lying bloody, broken and bruised, one of them niggas pulled out a brand new 22. They told him that she was a witness for what she'd gone through, and if he killed her, he was guaranteed a spot in the crew. He thought about it for a minute, she was practically dead, and so he leaned over and put the gun right to her head. I'm falling and I can't turn back.
I like how they did that, man. Like how he set the scene and whatnot and shit. They did everything that they had to do and shit. And due to the fact that that lady was almost dying, but she wasn't dead yet, which is mad fucking greasy and shit. You know what I mean? She had a chance of living, and he wanted his position in the crew that fucking bad. That he off shorty, you know, he off the lady. That's crazy, man. And after that, it followed by that freaking Mob Deep freaking shit. Was it Mob Deep? I'm falling like I can't get back. You know what I mean? That's what it is, right?
And so he leaned over and put the gun right to her head. I'm falling and I can't turn back.
I'm falling and I can't turn back.
I'm falling and I can't turn back. Right before he pulled the trigger and ended her life, he thought about the cocaine with the platinum and ice, and he felt strong standing along with his new brothers, cocked the gat to her head and pulled back the shirt cover. But what he saw made him start to cringe and stutter, cause he was staring into the eyes of his own mother. She looked back.
Yo, that's crazy, son. You raped his mom, son. Oh, shit, bro. Wow. Wow. Damn, son. Oh, wow. Yo, I'm telling you, at the end of that shit, that dude offed himself, man. He offed himself after that. That's crazy. And he let all them youths freaking do shit to his moms, dog. Damn.
Him and cried cause he had forsaken her. She cried more painfully, and when they were raping her, his whole world stopped. He couldn't even contemplate. His corruption had successfully changed his fate, and he remembered how his mom used to come home late, working hard for nothing, cause now what was he worth? He turned away from the woman that had once given him birth, and crying out to the sky cause he was lonely and scared, but only the devil responded cause God wasn't there. And right then he knew what it was to be empty and cold, and so he jumped off the roof and died with no soul. They say death.
He said he jumped off the roof and died with no soul. I told you he was gonna off himself, man. He had to off himself after he did some dirt, some scheme bag, some scumball shit like that, man. Man, that shit freaking leave a bad taste in my motherfucking mouth right there, yo.
Takes you to a better place, but I doubt it. After that, they killed his mother and never spoke about it. And listen, cause the story that I'm telling is true, cause I was there with Billy Jacobs and I raped his mom too. And now the devil follows me everywhere that I
said, cause I was there with Billy Ray, I raped his mom too. Damn, son.
Go. In fact, I'm sure he's standing among one of you at my shows. In every street cipher, listening to little thugs flow. He could be standing right next to you, and you wouldn't know. The devil grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked. White, brown, yellow, and black color is not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny when you're inflicted, and you'll be one of God's children that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So when the devil wants to dance, not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny when you're in. He could be standing right next to you, and you wouldn't know. Now the devil follows me everywhere that I go. In fact, killed his mother and never spoke about it. And listen, cause the story that I'm telling is true. Cause I was there with Billy Jacobs and I raped his mom too. And now the devil follows me everywhere that I go. In fact, I'm sure he's standing among one of you at my shows. In every street cipher, listening to little thugs flow. He could be standing right next to you, and you wouldn't know. The devil grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked. White.
The devil grows inside the selfish and wicked, you know what I mean? Damn, this dude's dropping like freaking jewels and balls at the same time, son. Yo, that's crazy, son.
Brown, yellow, and black color is not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny.
Said yellow and black colors is not restricted. So if you think it's just a black thing, man, it ain't a yellow and black color. It's everybody, man. You gotta watch your being. You gotta watch the material that you put inside your being and shit, and you gotta treat the rest of the world how you want to be treated, or you gonna be the next Billy and shit, doing shit for clout. You know what I mean? The moral of this freaking track right here is like, make sure you stand for something righteous and shit, yo.
When you're inflicted, and you'll be one of God's children that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So when the devil wants to dance with you, you better say never, because a dance with.
Yeah, when the devil wants to dance with you, you better say never. I love the concept of this track, son. I'm gonna be bumping this shit forever and ever, son. Yo, this is a dope ass track, son.
The devil might last you forever.
Yo, shit. Those are bars right there, yo. Those are bars right there. Definitely a banging ass track right there. That shit got me flipping and whatnot. But like I told you, man, I predicted everything from. I've never heard this track before, and I wish I've heard it before. You know what I mean? I heard the name. I heard Immortal Technique and whatnot before. You know what I mean? I heard his name, but I've never heard this track before. And I feel like a fucking dodo head for never hearing this, because this is crack right here. This is crack right here. This is freaking poetry. This is freaking I told you, like in the beginning when I was doing the freaking the Irish drill tracks and whatnot, I said, yo, that had like a mafia theme attached to it. That's why it kind of freaking attracted me with the gory freaking storytelling and type shit. This right here made me feel like I was watching a fucking Godfather movie. The way that he freaking poetically started from the beginning to end, it was so freaking like on point with what he was saying and shit. Like even the way that he was describing Bobby from the beginning to end and whatnot. You know what I mean? It was just like he was setting the story up and shit, and I was just eating that shit up every fucking second of it. You know what I mean? It was like one of the, I don't know, man. It's just freaking very exciting. You know what I mean? Very exciting freaking video and shit, man. It shit fucking killed my freaking brain cells a little bit. Not in a bad way, a very, very good way. You know what I mean? Because I had to use my imagination, and everything that he freaking said, I saw visually. You know what I mean? Just like he said, like when they got out the car and freaking they followed a woman and whatnot, and the woman was covered by darkness and shit. So that just means like everybody was surrounding her and whatnot. There was no light from the street lights or anything like that. So she was just like captured in there and whatnot. And what they did to her afterwards and shit was like freaking so fucking crazy and shit, and so graphic at that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it was like so. I don't know, man. This was a dope ass track. I haven't done a track like this in so long and shit that like I'm fucking breathtaking. I'm so fucking in awe with this shit. You know what I mean? And yo, anyways, yo, definitely a dope ass track and whatnot. I'm gonna listen to this shit a couple more fucking times and whatnot, so I can get the full ass freaking aspect of it. You know what I mean? The first time listening to it with you guys, man, it was very fucking fun and shit. But I gotta go back to the lab and listen to it by myself, man. Dopeness, 100%. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. You know what I mean? I want you guys, if you guys want more videos like this, you already know what to do. You know what I mean? Freaking put it down there in the comment section all day long. I get to it as soon as possible. You know what I mean? If you guys want to do any other type of videos, just put it down there as well. You know what I mean? I get to it as soon as possible. You see this motherfucker right here? This is my motherfucking thumb. Not a finger, but a thumb. And I want you guys to take your thumb and put it all the way up there. All the way up there. Show me some love and support in that way, you know? Another way you guys should show me some love and support is by subscribing to the channel right down there all day long. All day long. And that's about it. I'm going to check you guys out next time on the next video. Peace out. One love, man. I'm out.